اسرائیل نے اور ان کے رجیم نے اس جھوٹ کی بنیاد پہ ایران پہ حملہ کیا ہے. ہمیں اس حملہ کا مذمت کرتے ہیں. The most egregious attack is that in violation of international law on nuclear facilities. Any attack on a nuclear facility is not just a potential nuclear attack on Iran. وہ خدا نہ خواستہ اگر اس نیوکلیئر فیسلٹی کو نقصان کے نتیجے میں کوئی لیک ہوتا تو اس کا نقصان صرف ایران تک محدود نہیں ہوتا. It would have consequences for all neighboring countries in the region, including Pakistan. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ji, Janab Speaker, we bow our heads before Almighty Allah, who has blessed Pakistan. Blessed Pakistan with a military victory over India, with a diplomatic victory over India, and with a narrative victory over India. Before I speak on the budget and the responsibilities the Prime Minister entrusted me and my committee post-war on the diplomatic and narrative front, I must turn to our neighborhood, to what's happening in Iran. After decades of pushing the same lie that Iran is days away from developing nuclear weapons, a claim that the Israeli Prime Minister made in 1996, in 2001, in 2003, in 2007, in 2010, in 2012, in 2023, in 2024, आखिरकार 2025 में जनाब स्पीकर इन्होंने इजराइल ने और इनके रजीम ने इस झूठ की बुनियाद पे ईरान पे हमला किया है. हमें इस हमला का मजम्मत करते हैं. Iran's sovereignty was violated in violation of international law. Military leadership was targeted not on the front lines or on a battlefield or in a war room, but while they slept in their homes in apartment buildings, resulting in the loss of not only their lives, but in the loss of lives of the innocent civilians in Iran. Not only were military leadership targeted, but scientists were targeted, Janab Speaker. Journalists and media institutions have been targeted, Janab Speaker. And sabse bharkar, the most egregious attack is that in violation of international law on nuclear facilities. Any attack on a nuclear facility is not just a potential nuclear attack on Iran. وہ خدا نہ خواستہ اگر اس نیوکلیئر فیسلٹی کو نقصان کے نتیجے میں کوئی لیک ہوتا تو اس کا نقصان صرف ایران تک محدود نہیں ہوتا. It would have consequences for all neighboring countries in the region, including Pakistan. تو ہم اس کو سختی سے اس بومنگ کو, اس حملہ کو کا مذمت کرتے ہیں. Yesterday, Janab Speaker, the United States conducted a more expansive attack on Iran's nuclear sites, and the Israeli government is forcing the United States public into a war that the people of the United States do not support, once again based on a lie. The same lie that was peddled before the American public before the Iraq war in 2003, today it is claimed that Iran is the one with weapons of mass destruction. We strongly and vociferously condemn the US strikes, and I call on the government to mobilize their foreign minister, who should try and create a group of like-minded foreign ministers who not only oppose this conflict, but who are at risk, severe risk to themselves, their people, if heaven forbid any of these strikes on nuclear facilities were to result in a nuclear leak. We must emphasize that an attack on nuclear facilities cannot be tolerated under any circumstances. Janab Speaker, there's a poem written in World War II or after World War II, which I'd like to first repeat to you and then rephrase in light of what we are currently experiencing. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out. ये एक पोम है, और जिस शख्स ने इस पोम को लिखा वो पहले उस रिजीम का नाजी रिजीम का एक हमायती था, फिर क्रिटिक बना और आखिरकार उसको भी कंसंट्रेशन कैंप में डाला गया. इस अक्टूबर से लेके, since October last year, we've seen a genocidal, apartheid imposing, expansionist regime conduct an ever-expanding war, which has the potential to drag us all towards World War III. This time, first they came for the Palestinians, but the world did not speak out because they weren't Palestinian. Then they came for the Lebanese, but we did not speak out because we were not Lebanese. And then they came for the Yemenis, but we did not speak out because we're not from Yemen. And now they have come for Iran. If we do not speak out, Mr. Speaker, there will be no one left when they come for us. The Israeli regime's aggression across the region must be stopped. We want to see the day where we can all live in peace, and we can only start working towards that peace if the Netanyahu regime is stopped from its illegal war with Iran, forced to abide by the terms of its withdrawal and ceasefire in Lebanon, and end its apartheid and genocide on Palestinian lands. As it continues to bomb Iran, the world must not forget that this Israeli regime, this Netanyahu regime, is currently carrying out the forced starvation of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip.